All right. Big hug of the knees, come in towards your chest. Settle the feet down, bring your arms into a cactus position, bring the feet wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Out through the mouth. Take it again. Inhale. And exhale. And again. Inhale. And exhale. Roll slightly to your left hip and let your knees fall to the left. Turn your head to the right. Just starting to wake up the lower back. Stretch out through the core. And then slowly bringing your head back to center, knees flow back to center. Roll slightly to your right hip, float the knees to the right, turn your gaze to the left. And then slowly coming back to center with the knees. Sending your right leg down out in front of you. Bring your left knee into the outside of your rib cage. Let's round out our ankles. So this is where you may hear those cracking of the bones. Scrunch the toes. Good. And then slowly release. Send that leg up. Bring it nice and straight. Say good morning to your hamstring as you interlace your hands back and behind the hamstring. Let's start to be a little more active in our pose here as you start to flex the right foot. And then you can point and flex the toes, the foot, round out the ankle here. Good. Take a bend into the knee. Bring your hands around the top of the shin, curl in. And then slowly release the leg on down. Let's go ahead and bring this right knee in to the outside of the rib cage. So I want you to notice the difference between the two sides. Round out that ankle. Again, that snap, crackle, and pop. And then go ahead and send that leg straight. Notice the difference between each side. The hamstrings point and flex. And take a bend into the knee, and then curl on up. Good, and release that leg down. Send your arms up and over your head. Lengthen the whole body out. Let your lower back release from the mat. And then exhale, bring those knees in towards your chest, curl into a ball. You have the option to rock up and down on your spine, or maybe you're going to end up rolling on over to either side. And we'll slowly come up. If you can pause at the top, then great. Hold on. Head to the shoulders back, nice long spine. Setting the feet down and bring the soles of the feet together, inch the hips back. Take a deep breath in, smile. Exhale, folding on forward. So bring your hands to wrap around your feet. Remember, it's never about how far down that you come. Drop your head. Feel the back of your neck lengthen. And slowly coming on up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, take a little twist over the knee. We're going to both sides, so it won't matter which side you start with. And then slowly unwind and send the arms up. Exhale to twist to the other side. Look back and over that shoulder. So if you're feeling a little stiff this morning, it's so good that you're here to start opening up those tight spaces. And then slowly reach up. Exhale to cactus the arms. Place the hands onto the knees. Let's set the hands there for a little bit of weight. And then exhale. Draw the chest forward. We're going to bring those elbows so they point up. Another great opening through the lower back into the inner thighs. Good. And slowly coming on. Crisscross into traditional Sukhasana position. Just in comfortable seated pose, and we'll go with nice big upper body circles here as we dip the chest down. Again, waking up the body. So if you've not done yoga for maybe even a couple of days, you're gonna feel this as you start to open up and reverse. Good, lengthen through the spine. Send your arms up and over your head. Exhale, reach on over to either side. And then slowly coming on up and lengthen on over and reach. And then slowly coming on up, take a little twist and to the torso and bow over the thigh. So over this right thigh as you lengthen. And then slowly drag the fingertips back towards you. Twist on over to the opposite knee and then walk the fingertips out and bow.
And hips back. And just ground into this moment. So we have a 15-minute practice.
And then slowly walk the fingertips out in front of you.
Clear the cache. Clear the cookies. And gently begin to rock the forehead and
slowly
massaging
on up. Inhale, reach up.
But also stimulating this third eye.
Exhale, hands.
As we go for the sinuses.
Make your way into top of a table.
A little more awareness.
And stack the bumps.
Into every fingertip.
Someone's not muted.
Yeah, I keep hearing someone else's sound instead of yours.
I'm muting everybody.
So stacking the bones here, you're on top of a table. So those hips are directly over the knees, shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists, and begin to cat-cow stretch. Good, inhaling and exhaling. Notice how the breath feels as it flows. Good, and right to center, toes curl under, hips draw back, fingertips lengthen forward. We're gonna hover our forearms over the top of our mat. And slowly inch yourself up, come to the forearms. We're gonna bring the palms together like a prayer position. Walk the knees back, send your hips up and back, drop your forehead or your chin, and then bring the hands up and over your head. This helps us get into our shoulders, that big opening, but also that lengthening through the spine. Send the hands back down. Slowly come on up. Those knees are still back a little bit, so we've not stacked our hips directly over the knees. This is going to allow us to just circle out the hips. So big barrel circles in to the hips. And reverse. All right, right back to center. Let's straighten our right leg behind us, but we're gonna keep our right toes down onto the mat. If you need to readjust, you can always get those shoulders right over the elbows, over the wrists, a little micro bend into those elbows so you're not hyperextending. And we're getting a nice stretch through the calf. Exhale, send that knee down. We're gonna switch sides. We're gonna send down the left toes back. We're getting a nice stretch through the calf. Heart is lengthening forward, staying steady with your breath. Good, and slowly release that knee down. Now we're gonna come into a full plank pose that we send both of our heels back. We're lengthening our heart forward. You can always drop down to your forearms or stay steady onto the knees to modify. Good, as we're here, drop now to the knees. We'll go into a modified Chaturanga Dandasana. So just wake up the upper body, come into a little cobra here. So the toes click down, the heart lengthens forward. Exhale, soften the forehead down. Then inhale, float the hands up off of the mat. Exhale, release the hands down. Good, slowly come on up. We're gonna make our way into a child's pose as you send those hips back. And soften the chest on down. So remember, this pose is always available to you if you need a break. And sometimes we need a little break during the practice. So if I'm not guiding you here, you can certainly come here if you need to. Now let's inhale, look up, weave this right arm through. We're going to send this left arm back and behind us, either to the lower back or to catch the inner thigh. Good, slowly unwind and send that left arm up. Good, and then send the left arm out and over your ear. Good, slowly draw those left fingertips back towards you. A gentle press up. And then we'll switch sides. So just weaving that opposite arm through, bring that other arm back and around to catch the lower back or the inner thigh. Always noticing the difference between the two sides. And then send that right arm up. Exhale, send the right arm over the ear. Setting the fingertips down onto the mat. Good, drawing the fingertips back towards you. Slowly coming on up. Unwind. Bring the hands out in front of you. Slowly come back up. Make your way to the top of the table. All right, so now we're going to move on. Come into a plank pose, and we're just going to walk it out here. So go through some mountain climbers here. All right, we're going to start to flow pretty soon. So we're going to lower down Chaturanga. You're going to go either modified or full. You're going to come into a little cobra. Slowly ease yourself up. Press into downward facing dog. Exhale, let that head hang heavy. Walk it out. Shake your head yes and no, maybe so. Notice how good this feels. And then send this left leg up and behind you. You can bring it as big as you'd like. Just don't collapse into your right shoulder. Exhale, send that foot down. Shift forward to hover into plank. Pausing. Good, and then send the hips up and back again. And send now that right leg up. Noticing the difference between the two sides. No collapsing into the left shoulder. Exhale. Release the foot down. Shift forward to plank. We're going to go full Chaturanga. We're going to go cobra. Maybe you're coming into up dog. Great job, everyone. Press back. Downward facing dog. Stay steady with that breath. You're doing a great job. Bring those feet wide. Walk the heels of your hands back about 2 or 3 inches. We're going to pick the right hand up, bring it on over to our left calf, ankle, or heel. Look underneath that left arm. Exhale to release. Swap it out, switching sides. Look underneath the right arm. Good, and release that hand. Walk the hands back towards your feet. We're going to take a deep bend into the knees. Exhale, pull forward. Clasp your elbows and sway side to side. Remember, the head is really heavy. Inhale, look up halfway. So we're going to draw our shoulders back and away from our ears. We're going to send our bottom back. We're going to go a little heavier, a little deeper into the heels. A little lighter in the toes so they stay down. Exhale to fold forward. Wrap your hands around the back of your calves. Send the crown of your head down. Inhale to look up. And then set your right fingertips just below the tip of your nose, or use a prop in front of you. Send this left arm up. Keep the hips even. Exhale. Left fingertips come down. Right arm comes up. Exhale slowly. Inhale, slowly come all the way to standing with a big lift of the arms. Exhale. Hands to your heart and bring the feet together. All right, so we're going to start at the top of our mats. And we'll start in Tadasana, mountain pose. So we're going to just bring those big toes together. Arms are down at our side. Open up the palms. Close your eyes. Feel the balance that you have at the top of your mat. And then blink those eyes open. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, deep bend into the knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, both feet back, plank pose. Go chaturanga. Come through to cobra or up dog. Press back. Downward facing dog. Here we go, sending the left leg behind us. Step the foot in between the hands. Come into a lunge. Feel steady here. You can always drop the back knee down. Bring your arms up and over there. Exhale. Hands come down. Left leg back. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Press back. Downward facing dog. Right leg behind you. Step the foot in between the hands. Steady yourself. Inhale. Send the arms up. Feel the strength that you have. Exhale. Hands come down. Right leg back. And chaturanga. Float through. Press back. Downward facing dog. Good job. So again, you can always pause and do your own child's pose. You can stop for a sip of water. Moving at your own pace. Step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Firm down, come all the way to standing. Exhale. Practice the arms. Hands to your heart. Moving on. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale. Look up. Exhale. Both feet back. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Press back. Downward facing dog. Left leg behind you. Step the foot in between the hands. Lift up. Exhale. Right hand down. Left arm open. Good. Circle this left arm around. Come right back up. Press it. Exhale. Hands come down. Left leg back, Chaturanga. Stay with it, you're doing a great job. And downward facing dog. Right leg behind you. Step the foot in between the hands. A full lift up to crescent pose. Exhale, left hand down. Open this way. Circle the right arm around. Right back up to crescent. Exhale, hands come down. Right leg back. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. All right, step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's burn down. Come all the way to standing. Exhale. Hands at your heart. Arms down at your side. All right, take a brief break here for a moment. Maybe you need to catch your breath. Your cardio has picked up a little bit. That was the intention. Arms down at your side. Relax the jaw. Feel your heart beating in your chest. Moving on. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, down into a chair. Fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, both feet back. Go Chaturanga. Through to Cobra or up dog. Press back. To downward facing dog. Left leg behind you. Step the foot in between the hands so with the back foot down. Circle the arms open to find warrior two. Sinking down. Breathing. Good. Exhale. Bring the arms all the way down. Left leg back. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Press back. Downward facing dog. Right leg behind you. Foot comes in between the hands. Back foot swivels down. Open the arms out to the side. Getting a rear view. Warrior two. Good. Exhale. Arms come down. Right leg comes down. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Press back. Downward facing dog. Great job, everyone. Stay with it. Good. Left leg behind. Step the foot in between the hands. Back foot swivels down. Warrior two. Okay, be prepared to work a little bit of balance here. We're gonna exhale, bring our left hand down. I like to bring my fingertips diagonal of my baby toe. I'm gonna pick my back leg up and come into half moon pose. Take a bend into that front knee. Drop the right foot down. Circle the arms back open. Warrior two, good job. Exhale. Float the arms down, left leg back. Chaturanga, Cobra or up dog. Press back. Downward facing dog. Right leg behind you. Step the foot in between the hands. Warrior two. Nice big arms. Here we go into our balancing pose. Left hand to the hip, right fingertips diagonal of the toe. That pinky toe, and half moon pose. Give a flex to that left foot. Strengthen through the core. Bend into the right knee. Set the back foot down. Open up. Warrior two. Exhale, come all the way down. Right leg back, good job. Chaturanga. Float through to cobra or up dog. Let's take it right to child's pose. Hips back. Heart softens. Relax down. Good, slowly coming on up. Let's go cat-cow stretches here. Inhale and exhale. Good, and go ahead and neutralize. And then we come around. We're gonna make our way actually onto our backs again, all right? You're gonna hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Good fluid flowing movement. Circle the knees out. A little bit more into the hips. Good, and then we're gonna send the legs straight. I'm gonna have you bring your hands back and behind your head, maybe at your side. The biggest challenge, fingertips up towards the toes, so we're going to work abs. So again, if you need that support, hands behind the head, imaginary orange, right in between the chest and the chin. So we're gonna reach up, I'm gonna have you pulse 25 times. So we're gonna pulse 2. Exhale at the top. Let's go 10 more. 10, 9, last 5. Here's 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bend into the knees. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Send the soles of the feet down. Bring the feet wide. Arms come out to the side and rock the knees back and forth. All right, let's toe heel the feet so they are hip distance apart. So you want to line your heels with your sit bones. We don't want the feet too close to the bed. So we definitely want the knees pointing up, and we don't want them swaying or coming into the midline. So keep them nice and straight. All right? Hands back and behind the head, elbows wide. A lift up, and we pulse for 25. So it's pulse 2, 3, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, so arms down at your side. We're going to press the hips up. Come to a bridge pose. If you want to slide those shoulders underneath, get a grip of the hands. Press the hips up. Good, and exhale, lower on down. Good, let's go ahead, bring the soles of the feet together briefly. Knees out to the side. Inhale and exhale. Good, and then draw the knees in, roll on over to either side and press yourself on up. Come around to seated. We're gonna keep this left foot in, bring the right leg out. I'm gonna have you bend forward in just a moment, and what we do wanna be mindful of is that our bottom doesn't lift up off of the mat just because we're trying to come further forward. I'd rather you just stay a little bit hovering over the mat versus trying to come all the way down and lifting your bottom. So let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, gently fold forward. We can keep this foot flat, that way we're staying active. You can always use a prop in front of you. And if you care to, drop your head. This is going to continue to stretch out your neck, but you're also getting into the inner thigh. Be careful of feeling this into the back of your knees. You don't want the hyperextension coming. And then slowly coming on up, send your fingertips on the inside of the leg. Let's reach over. Good, and then twist the torso so it rests towards the top of the thigh and bow forward. Good, slowly come on up. Let's walk back to center, inhale, float forward, and come on down. And then slowly coming on up, let's lean back a little, come on over to the other side. Just swap out those legs. Same thing applies here. We want to make sure that when we bring the chest forward, we're not lifting the bottom. Notice the difference between the two sides. Again, you should be feeling it into the inner thigh. No hyperextension into the back. Exhale, fold on forward. And again, notice how this feels into the lower back. Coming on up. Bring that hand on the inside of the leg and reach on forward. Then gently turn your torso towards the top of the thigh and up. Exhale, the fold forward. Slowly coming up. And let's come right back to center as we come on down. And slowly coming on up. And then let's bring the feet around to the front. We have our legs out in front of us, drawing the extra skin out from underneath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hips back and gently fold forward. So don't worry about how far down you can come. If you can reach your toes, great. If your chest rests over the top of your thighs, a little more flat, and you can do that. Drop the head. Slowly. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to keep the feet together. We're going to just gently twist and look up and over your shoulder. And then slowly unwind. Let's switch to the other side. And right back to center. Inhale. Exhale to fold forward. And then slowly. Let's take this right leg, cross it over the left, and release your fingers around that knee, following and turning towards your chest. Your head up, keep this foot on up, and we're going to cradle the baby. So what that will look like is that we bring the leg up and towards the chest, and then just rock. Send that leg down. Let's switch sides, crossing that leg over and release. Bring your chin in towards your chest if you like. And pick that head up and cradle the baby. Let it go and rock. Alright, and slowly release that leg on down. This is where we'll come to the yin portion of our practice. So we've already been here. We've rocked the soles of our feet together in Baddha Konasana. And I'm going to have you lean forward. You can certainly use props in front of you by even bringing a block. Or maybe you want to use a pillow. You can use any props that you feel necessary, or maybe you're not going to use any props at all. So remember, in the yin practice, we are holding these postures anywhere from 2 to 3, sometimes 4 minutes, just depending on how much opening I want to give you. Just gauging it for you, all right? So this is going to get into the hips, the inner thighs, and into the lower back. So I'm going to have you take a deep breath in. Send the chest forward and hold. Remember, you're utilizing your Ujjayi breath. And with each exhale, you're trying to get a little bit deeper. And nice exhales. Try not to fidget or move. Not here much longer, so stay with it. Nice. Up. Take a cat cow here as you're seated. A little into the upper body. So yeah, I definitely felt that. It's my lower back this morning. The outsides of the knees, draw them in, hands behind. Gently sway the knees back and forth. All right, let's get into our next yin posture. We've also already been here. This is going to get into our shoulders so we can give our lower body, our hips, and our back a little bit of a break. This is going to feel great to lengthen through the spine. So we're going to drop on down to the forearms. We're coming into that extended puppy pose where the hips come up high, the chest comes down low, and you get into the shoulders. So you can tap your forehead, or maybe you're going to need to bring even, say, a block or even a blanket or a pillow, and you can be here. So that may be enough for you. I'm just getting into those shoulders. And like I said, you may not need a prop at all. Check in with your breath. Do your best not to fidget. Notice how this feels into the shoulders, into the spine. Again, practice requires that we're patient, that we can be in stillness, holding in place. Not much longer here. Very slowly. Just a little back and forth. And pause. Your right hand up, circle up the arm. And go into a back stroke motion. Setting that hand down, switching to the other side. And round forward. Take it to a backstroke motion. Good job. And we'll sway the hips a little side to side. All right back to center. We're going to come into a hip opener. I'm going to give you a couple of options. You can come into a lounging lizard where we bring our left foot forward, our hands would be on the inside of the foot. Maybe the arms are going to come all the way down, all right? So you can make sure, though, that the knee is directly over the ankle. So if you want to go with that hip opener, you can. If you want to come into a pigeon pose, you can also pigeon. Just make sure that those back toes are pointing straight back. You've got a nice flex to this foot, and you can come forward. Another option for you, if you want to modify this pigeon, you can bend into this back knee, and then you can just fold over the shin those two will get into your hip. And if there's any other hip opener that you like to do that you're familiar with, you can go ahead and take that too. So I'm going to stay here in pigeon. I'm going to make sure that my toes are pointing straight back. And then I'm just going to allow my chest to fall forward and let my head hang heavy. All right, so just rest here. Allowing all the exhales to go into that deeply rooted space into the hip. Breathe, make sure that you're breathing. Inhales and exhales. Checking in with the breath. We don't ever want to lose sight of that. All right, not here much longer, just a few more breaths. Slowly come on up. Roll to this outside hip if you took pigeon. Bring that back foot around to the front. Sit comfortably and then just fold forward. And then slowly come on up. To counter that forward fold, head to the shoulders up. Pick the hips up. Drive the hips up. Take the head back. Good. And slowly release the hips down. We'll take it on over. Now to the other side. The opposite leg comes in front. And that other leg back. Coming in to pigeon. Or any hip opener that feels good to you. Let's make sure that the frontal hip bones are facing down towards your mat. Notice the difference between the two sides. If you need to modify on one side or on this side because it's a little bit different, that's fine. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Just sink down. Let the head hang heavy. Feel the length that you can get through the cervical spine. Feel the opening that you can get into your head. So we want to be able to release any tension or stress into the hip. Our hip space stores a lot of our emotions. So it may feel very cluttered at this time. It may feel there's just a lot of stuff there. So we want to be able to release all of that junk and all that is not serving us. Staying steady with the breath. We're not here much longer. Slowly begin to come on out of the pose. Roll to this outside hip. Bring that opposite leg around. Crisscross opposite leg in front. Heads at the shoulders back. Palms down. Press the hips up. Good. And exhale. Lower on down. Let's draw the knees in. Bring your feet out in front of you. And very slowly make your way onto that. Good. Arms down at your side. Send the right leg out. Bring your left knee into the outside of your ribcage and squeeze in. Good. And send that left leg down. Hug your right knee into the outside of your ribcage. Squeeze it on in. And then release the leg on down. If you have an essential oil, now would be the time to place that into the palm of your hands. Rub your hands together. Bring your hands up around your face. Take in that essential oil. Bring the feet wide. Let your arms rest down at your side. From the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, allow the body to just melt into your mat. And you'll rest here peacefully in Shavasana. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and gently rock your head from side to side. Tuck your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a great big hug. Send either arm up and over your head and roll to your favorite side. And then slowly press yourself to a seated position. Send your arms up and over your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and your chin and towards your chest. So grateful to practice here with you this morning. Thank you for bringing me to the mat, and I'm grateful to be able to guide you. Wishing to each of you a happy, healthy, and safe rest of your day. Namaste.
Thank you, Bronwyn.
Thank you, Bronwyn.
Thank you.